welcome to another video with Precious. In this video, I am going to show our actual first ride. The day before, was able to sit on her while she was nice and relaxed. We've had a lot of issues with the ground driving. She's very, very scared to have me behind her. She's very scared of the rope, so we've been working on that. And then I also tried getting on her previously, like the week before. I'd say about a week before. And she was completely scared of it, didn't like me leaning over the saddle and touching her other side. She was super uncomfortable, so it definitely shows me that her first ride with the other trainer a couple years ago, her only 30 days of training, was very terrifying for her. So I have taken it really slow and started all the way from the beginning and teaching her that everything can be okay and relaxed. So anyway, I did get on her the day before, and she did really good, and we just sat there. So in this video, because it's a couple days now since I filmed it, I did groundwork and ground driving, and then until she got relaxed, and then I decided to see if I could get on her and how relaxed she would stay. So I want to point out that I am letting her make the choice to actually stand there, and I worked with her on teaching her to be relaxed and stand when I'm close by. She was really nervous about me even putting my foot in the stirrup and kept running away from me, so I would release her when she would stop and relax. So here I'm just doing just the same thing that I want to get on. As long as she stays nice and relaxed, then I'll get off. But I'm doing this kind of at a semi-liberty, meaning that I'm letting her make her own choice. So yes, I have a halter and lead rope on her right now. She's been very fearful of any pressure on the face, so I'm teaching her that pressure on the face is okay. So I'm just using her halter and lead rope right now because I feel like I don't want to add too much at once. Usually I always start a horse and a bosal, and I'll add that next. But when I get on, I am not pulling her head to me. You notice many trainers say that they'll pull the horse's head to them. So if they take off bucking and running, they can just pull them around in a circle. And for some horses that works great. For her, she already overbends, and because she is so terrified, I don't want her to think that I'm actually forcing her to stand there. So I'm giving her the choice to stand. I hold on to the lead rope, but only so then that way if she takes off, I can see if I can stop her, but I don't bend her head to me at all. She is doing this all on her own, so she was probably either done too much to her, or she really likes trying to wrap herself around you to really see what you're doing. So it's a little bit of both. So here I'm actually asking her to walk off with voice command. I give a little bit of pressure on the face just to see what she would do if she would follow her nose. But I only use voice command and like a little sound with my mouth, like clicking my tongue. But I'll say walk on and click my tongue. So I've used that in the ground driving, so she has that when I get on. But because she's so jumpy, I only want to use my voice and see if I can use a little bit of rein pressure to direct where she's going, just like with the ground driving. I'm not using my legs yet. I'm not like squeezing or fluttering them to make her move on. I definitely don't want to scare her into it. Some young horses that I start, if they're really dull to voice command, then I'll use my leg. If they're like over desensitized or pretty numb to it. because she's an Arabian Peruvian Paso, she has the more flighty instinct and everything is really overwhelming to her. So I break it down and I just be very gentle and soft, and again, I don't want to scare her into doing anything. So I'm giving her rest breaks. I did let her choose when to stop, and then I just stand there and pet her. As long as she stayed nice and relaxed, we would stand there. And then over time, I would encourage her to walk on. She was making more of the choice to turn because the balance felt funny to her, so she didn't really understand what to do with my weight on her. And at the same time, she didn't really know where to go. I'm giving pressure and asking her to walk, but she doesn't really know where to go. I'm also praising her really heavily because she's staying fairly relaxed. She's not tensing up really bad to where it feels like she's going to try to throw me off. She's just really confused at what I'm asking, but she's not overreacting by trying to take off or get me off of her. So here, as you notice, we went off on a really nice walk. So I only slightly directed her when she'd get close to the panels because I didn't want to be myself too close to them in case something did spook her. I didn't want to accidentally get caught on the panels, so I would turn her before the panels, but then I would just leave her alone. My legs are really quiet, my hands are really quiet. Sometimes I even rested my hands like on the saddle or down on her neck, and then I'd pet and praise her every so often. And when if she chose to stop, then I would let her. And I would praise her really heavily by talking to her and hugging her, and she really, really enjoyed that. And then as long as we were walking nice and relaxed, I wanted to end the session on a really good relaxed walk, and I would encourage a halt from her rather than having her do it on her own. But so like this one, it wasn't me asking it, if I remember right. She had made the choice, so I just let her stand there, and then I encouraged her to walk on some. I'm just really pleased. I feel like we had a really big breakthrough. I really love that she is so willing, and some days she gets very stimulated and overreacts on certain things, and other days she's like, oh, I remember. So thanks for watching, everybody.